Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
Randolph has been superb. He's got 14 points, and his 2 blocks have given them a lift defensively.
No doubt about it. He's been a rim protector, and it's starting to get into the heads of their opponent.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Green is the 3 with Zebo at the 4. Conley and Allen in the backcourt, and it's Gasol at the center position. Now here's Noel, and there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play, going to the line for 1.
You know, Dave Yeager, the coach for the Grizzlies, has really become a big-name coach quite quickly. You know, he's worked his way up the Memphis coaching ladder and has had a ton of success early on in his career.
And the success we've been mentioning with Coach Dave Yeager. He was the second fastest active coach to get to 100 wins.
And Kevin made his way in terms of coaching, started in the D-League and other minor leagues before becoming an assistant with the Grizzlies, and really was the architect, if you will, of the defense that his team is so well known for. He's done a lot for this franchise and looks to be on track to become their winningest coach ever. I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Roten kicks to Iverson. Okafor against Gasol. For 3, Covington. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Memphis leading. Conley, the pass to Gasol. Back to Conley. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Conley's got his 2nd bucket of the night. Now the 76ers with it. Iverson outside. 3rd quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Noel against Randolph. Right block shot. Another miss by Philadelphia. Memphis leading by 4. Allen dishes to Conley. Green kicks to Randolph. And fouled hard that time. They'll get to the line and shoot 2. Some solid numbers once again for Zach Randolph with Memphis last year. He just keeps plugging away, grinding out, no pun intended, chugging along and producing.
Yeah, 16 points, about 10.5 rebounds for Zebo. I mean, he's a classic power forward and always gives you the numbers, even though he still plays under the rim.
And, you know, for Randolph, he's been in the league so long and still puts up double-double numbers. Averaged a double-double in 8 of his last 10 seasons. Remarkable.
Another miss by Philadelphia.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Conley with it, and Roten picks him up defensively. Randolph sets a screen for Green. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And for Zach Randolph, at his experience level, to put up 15 and 10 or better, the last player to do that back in 1999. So it's a rare feat.
Now here's Conley. Jeff Green missing his last shot. Conley into the lane. Back to Gasol. 6 on the shot clock. No good with the wing jumper.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
To the middle. Okafor, the pass to Noel. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Last season, the first season of action for Nerlens Noel, officially a rookie after sitting out the 2014 season. He looked good, and he got better as the season was going on.
A great point. I think that year off really helped him grow as a player. Coming into the draft when he came out, he was a guy who I thought had one of the most unbelievable motors I had ever seen. And you know what? Everything he was hyped up to be, he lived up to on the defensive end.
And the 76ers making a change here. Marshall's checked in, and Memphis also making a switch. Right, he's checked in for Zach Randolph. And the wide open shot from Green. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one. The 76ers trail by 5.
And for Noel, I really think he took off in the back half of the season. Up to scoring, his shooting percentage, and his rebounding. You can see him getting better almost every game.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Outside, Green. Inside. Here's Gasol, and Okafor with the block. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
And by the end of the season last year, Noel was completely different as a player. Always a defensive force in the league. His development is probably going faster than many expected.
Carl Landry's checked in for the 76ers. Thompson comes in for Robert Covington. And Memphis also making a switch. Barnes is checked in. Here's Iverson. After the basket by Tony Allen. The drive by Iverson. And it's right, sending it back. Conley kicks to Barnes. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And watching Matt Barnes, he will do all the dirty work for you. He's an instigator, he's an agitator, and he's a team player, I think, at the core. And everywhere he's gone, you know, and he's played for a lot of teams, Greg, he's had that role.
It's a great point. I call him a glue guy. You know, he's not someone who's going to be a volume scorer or a smooth playmaker, but the game really is built on grit, diving for loose balls, taking charges, making hard fouls, you know, whatever it takes to help his team win. I like that line, antagonist. That's a very good way to describe him.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Chalmers is checked in, and it's Okafor missing.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Green kicks to Allen. Right, sets a screen. To the middle, off the pick. And he dunks it down.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
For Matt Barnes, I really felt last season was one of his best. He was the Tony Allen type defensive guy for Doc Rivers' team. Did all the little things, and he was efficient. Near his career high for three-point percentage and a career low in turnovers.
Now, here's Marshall, covered by Conley. Landry dishes to Okafor. They need this. And the layup is good. Okafor's got 6 points.
And I know if I were starting a club, Matt Barnes is the type of guy I would immediately look for. He's that tricky enforcer who has just enough skill to hurt you with his game. So him, in my book, equals winner.
Here's Conley. Jahlil Okafor making his last shot, and that one's good.
They're perfectly content to keep going to that mid-range jumper. If the defense is going to give it to them, they'll take it all day.
It's about getting open looks, and they've used that shot with great effect here tonight.
There's the killer two-handed slam.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Here is Conley. He has 6. Green, the screen, to the inside. Thompson with the rebound.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Now, here is Landry. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Grizzlies?
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
And guys, I think you've got to give them credit for the number of steals they've taken away. I mean, a lot of effort on the defense from them tonight.
Lee's checked in for Mike Conley. Now, here's Chalmers. Deflects the pass. Lee passes to Chalmers. 5 to shoot. Such a wide open look. Green's got his second basket of the night.
Great awareness by Mario Chalmers on that feed.
The 76ers trail by 8. Last season, Memphis fell late and would end up with the 5th seed in the NBA playoffs. Only one of 2 teams to make the playoffs each of the last 5 seasons, along with the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, and they were a team that nobody wanted to play. Memphis drew Portland in that first round, and even though they were the 5th seed, they had home court advantage.
Here's Allen after Carlos Boozer's score. Green with a screen for Wright. There's Lee with the 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Outside Boozer. Great D that time from Green.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Now Chalmers. Right sets a screen. To the middle. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability.
Philadelphia with the ball. 8-point game. Landry with the screen. Boozer kicks to Thompson. Boozer dishes to Landry. Bank shot, no good. The Grizzlies have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Chalmers with it, picked up by Thompson. Green with a screen for Chalmers. Over in the corner, Allen. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. And now it's a 10-point Grizzly lead.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
And one thing about Mario Chalmers last season, he really had to play a different role. And it took him some time, Greg, to get used to.
Yeah, anytime your team loses a superstar like LeBron James, other guys get asked to do a little bit more. Mario was asked to be more of an aggressive scorer, a role that isn't so easy to jump into after 6 years of being that fourth or fifth option in the offense. And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Now, going back to Mario Chalmers last year, guys, I mean, having to take on more of a scoring role was tough for him. His field goal percentage dropped 50 points from the season before. His three-point percentage dropped even more. His assist numbers were down. Well, I bet you part of that was the fact LeBron was no longer there.
Here's Chalmers. 76ers getting the bucket. Lee outside. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And on the topic of Chalmers, you know, he's a complimentary player. He can D up, he can hit the open three. He's been known to hit big shots, a solid finisher, and that is valuable. But when you ask him maybe to do a little too much, then you're not playing to his strength.
That free throw, no good. And guys, Jeff Green, by every measure of athleticism and skill, should have become one of the game's better small forwards, but inconsistency has plagued him throughout his career.
And Kevin, I always go back to something my college coach told me. The mental to the physical is 4-to-1 in this game. And so through those 7 full seasons, he's teased everyone with that talent. And then it does suddenly disappear. And there's no other way to describe it other than the fact that it is mental. He hasn't been able to sustain it in terms of the consistency, and that's why he hasn't fulfilled his potential.
Now here's Iverson. He has 7, and that one's good.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Now here's Chalmers. Tight defense on him. Pass to Randall. Baseline J on the way. Can't hit. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Grizzlies lead by 5. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return.
And I can't quit. All I know is HBK, yeah, you know how we do. And I can't quit. All I know is HBK, yeah, you know.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the 4th quarter.